Tired of dealing with shit that I don't want to deal with. I'm tired of dealing with me. Tired that I'm making all of this money and feeling like none of this coming to me. Tired of feeling confused and I know in which way that I'm supposed to.
All right, let's get into some trade recaps of today. So I'm going to take you into the computer and we're going to go over the moves that we made in the market today. All right, boys and girls, if there's any girls watching this, let's get into the chart analysis of today and exactly what I was looking for. So we start off on the daily chart. We can see that price moved up here, formed this gap right here, came back down, rebalanced, moved up stronger. And so going into today, I was looking for any sign of a potential sweep up here because we did make all-time highs. And so I wanted to see if there was a chance for a pullback and if that would if the market would give me that confluence on a higher time frame like a 4-hour or a 1-hour chart. And so that's what I was looking for. I was very tentative today because, as I said, Nvidia earnings are coming out and I think that the results of that will be a big catalyst for the entire market. I was just looking to see if there are any opportunities at all, but I went into today expecting there would be a no trade today. So let's scale down into the 4-hour. What do we see? What do we see? We could see yesterday, Monday. Yesterday was Tuesday, but we could see on Monday we broke above this high. Candles are really thin on the 4-hour. Worked back down into this gap. Yesterday we respected it nicely, and then we came back up and swept this old high. And same story. Candles were starting to get thin here, and we started working down. There is a gap right here on the 4-hour, but the way the candles are looking here, I just didn't really have a great read on the market simply by looking at the 4-hour. So I think the 1-hour gives us a little bit of a better idea of what's going on here. So before pre-market, market sold off, price moved down here, filled in this 1-hour gap right here, and then moved back up. Now, if you look at the 15-minute chart, by the time I got to the charts, I mean, it was right around this area right here. And so what I was looking for was a move to the downside to an area that we have not hit yet. And so for us, that was this level right here. So I'm just going to highlight that out. There's a fair value gap right here. Honestly, I hate calling it a fair value gap because I guess, I don't know, I just like people are going to be like, oh, you're ICT, you're ICT. But it is what it is. Fair value gap, whatever you want to call it. There's one down here, and so price was still here by the time I got to the charts. We hadn't pushed down quite yet. And so if we look on the 15-minute chart, we are right about here. And I was looking for a small retracement before moving back down. So we scaled down into the 5-minute chart, and this is what I saw. We had displacement here, broke this low, and so that gave me lots of belief that we are going to continue and hit this zone. That's absolutely where price was trying to attack. So what I was looking for is I was looking for this gap to get filled, specifically this order block. So what I did here was I had this order block highlighted out, and I took the 50% fib retracement of this, which was right around here, and that's where I entered the trade. Now, as you can see, for the next 20 minutes, price actually continued to move up, and I was in a bit of a drawdown here. And the only reason I wasn't freaking out or anything is because I simply missed one key factor on this 10-minute time frame, because I don't always look at the 10-minute. And that key factor that I was missing was that there is one single fair value gap right above here on the 10-minute. And so during the trade, when I noticed that it wasn't really having the reaction I was looking for off of this order block on the 5-minute, I was waiting for price to react off of this 10-minute fair value gap. So as price moved up and I started to see it react to that, that gave me further confidence that I can just wait this one out. Yes, I was in a bit of a drawdown here, but I went ahead and just waited out. I had my stop loss up here, and obviously that risk to reward was not fantastic, but like I said, I just had a lot of confidence in this trade, and because we saw this gap up here, I knew that price going back up there could very well happen. And so once I saw this candle close right here, that gave me super high confidence that we're going to push all the way back down. And that's exactly what happened. Price pushed down here, came down, and then just blew right through and hit our take profit down here. And then obviously these little arrows can be pretty condescending, making it look like I just sold all the way at the bottom here. But no, I sold right in this area right here. Price continued to move down. But this is what is this? This was a nice move. This was $119 pips. So very good move. I am now halfway through my funded challenge at 51,562, and I am done trading for the day. No more moves for me. And yeah, let's see what the market gives us moving forward, and see if we can get past this funded, this challenge round, and see if we can get a live account. Something I've been trying to do more is just go outside after a long session on the computer in the morning and just enjoy the sun, touch grass like this, because I feel like I really enjoy it, and it makes me feel so much better going into my regular work session during the day. And like, just for you guys that don't know, like I'm not a full-time trader or anything like that. I'm really just doing this as a part-time thing and trying to learn the ropes, but I do have like a different job. I have a business that I run. It is a digital online business, and if you guys look hard enough on YouTube, you'll find me on there for that as well. But because of that, I spend 8-10 plus hours on the computer, and I really find that finding time to get outside and enjoy the fresh air and the sunlight just makes you feel so much better. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't partially just doing this for this vlog. Like, I would do it more often by myself, but oftentimes if I don't have a specific incentive to do it, I find myself just sitting inside all day, every single day. But sometimes I can feel pretty shitty doing that. And so I'm actually using this vlog as an excuse for me to get out and shoot this kind of content. And yeah, it feels good to be out here. As I mentioned earlier, I do have another business that I run, and that's my main focus. And so trading is more of a side thing for now. And, you know, we'll see where it takes me. We'll see if I'm even good at it and if it becomes more of a full-time thing over time. But the reason I'm focusing on this and creating this channel is just because I have an interest in trading that goes far beyond the business that I'm running right now, which is how I make my money. And so it's something that I want to pursue on the side that I believe I can do. That's why I'm creating this channel, to kind of show you guys my journey, and for all of you part-time traders out there, that hopefully, I can see success and show you guys that it can be done even on a part-time basis, and that all the information is out there for you to learn and to do it. I'm really just making this to show you guys that it's possible. What's up, bird? Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. I'm gonna finish this walk, take you around this park, and there's actually some really nice like scenery over there with the ocean. I do live in Hawaii, so I'm right next to a beach actually. So I'm gonna go over there, show you that, and then get right back home and then get into my second session of work, which is my actual business. Let's go. There's like a little bay in here you can swim in. Right there, that's like Diamond Head. It's like a dormant volcano, and then you got this little area you can swim in here. It's nice. They like put these rock walls in so that the waves wouldn't be crazy in here. So this is like made for swimming right here. So you can like chill out in this area, swim, and just enjoy your time. Being new to the trading industry, I've been trying to wrap my head around the difference between being profitable and being unprofitable. Because day trading is one of those like world-renowned things for just being pretty much impossible for anyone to do, and just so many people failing at it. But me personally, I know people who are profitable, and so that's kind of the only thing that keeps me from believing that it's really only filled with gurus who are making money off of their courses and not actually profitable. I know traders personally that are profitable, and so, you know, strategy aside, let's take strategy outside of the equation. Let's just assume that your strategy works, you've already back tested it, and because of that, you know that it's probable that you will make money if you follow it. The only other equation that comes into play is your ability to stay emotionally stable, because technically if you just followed that setup and you waited for that setup every single time, then more often than not you would make money and you wouldn't lose money. And I can say from my own personal experience, I have blown 2 funded accounts in the past. One, I made it all the way to the live stage and I went complete emotional idiot mode and just completely blew that account. And that was just me being emotional. It wasn't because my system failed me or I didn't have, you know, a strategy that was working. No, it was because I strayed away from my system. I moved my stop losses. I was too greedy with the take profit, doing everything that you could think of that I shouldn't have been doing. And that's why I blew that account. Now the second one was a little bit different because I switched prop firms, and essentially on the second one, I just didn't follow the rules in terms of the allotted trading hours, and I traded outside of the hours that they allow you to trade for, and so that's why that account went down. But currently, I'm focused on, in the current account that I'm running right now, if I can just not make stupid emotional decisions and just let it play out, the strategies that I have laid out, that's my main focus for this account. This account, I'm not focused on trying to make as much money as possible. I'm not trying to get rich off this account. I'm just trying to go through, follow my plan, stick to it, and let my system do the heavy lifting for me. And if I can do that, I think the results will follow. So let's see where this takes us.
I'm tired of doing this, so